Hello and welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to use the tarot to see if we can gain more insight into unsolved mysteries, deaths, and disappearances. Let's get started. Welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm so glad you're here. Today I want to do a reading about the disappearance of Chelsea Grimm. She is a 32-year-old woman that's been officially missing since around October 4th, 2023. This is November 14th, when her vehicle was found in a small, very small community off a service road in Ash Fork, Arizona. It had two flat tires on the right side, which is the side, I'm assuming that's the side of the passenger side. So it looks like she ran over something. Her vehicle was locked, her camera was inside, and there were some clothes and miscellaneous things. Now, she had told her parents that she was going to fly to a friend's wedding in Connecticut and take her beloved bearded dragon, Roxy, with her, but they wouldn't let her take the bearded dragon on the plane. I'm not sure what happened. So then she decided to drive from San Diego, which is where her parents lived, where she lived, all the way to Connecticut to a friend's wedding. Now that's a long drive. I don't know about a person being able to drive that on their own. It'd be pretty hard. Anyway, she started the drive. Apparently she got to Arizona and she had some problems. She tried to stay at a hotel. I gave them euros instead of dollars, which they wouldn't take. I don't know if she was trying to exchange them or what. She did contact a friend, and then was going to go back the next day to see the friend, but never did that. She called her parents. Excuse me, I'm getting over a bug still. She called her parents a few days before her car was found. I think it was the end of September. Told them she was going to go, I think it was September 28th, camping instead in Arizona and not go to the wedding. That was pretty much the last that her parents heard from her. She was seen by someone cutting wood. She was also seen by a police officer, or an officer. Said she was crying. She was at a Civil War veterans cemetery taking photos. She did have apparently she wanted to be a photographer, or was a photographer, and was crying, crying for the dead serviceman. He told her there was she said she was going to camp, stay there and camp. He told her she couldn't camp there, that there was a truck stop not too far away, and she said she'd go there, basically. So he left her. No one heard from her until her car was found October 4th. There was no signs of foul play. The car was locked. It did have the two flat tires. Her camera was inside with some clothes and things. I want to do a reading and find out what happened to her. She's not been seen since. So I'm going to use the Mystic Tarot. This is a new tarot deck. It's large. It's going to be a little difficult to shuffle. It has 4 bonus cards that may be helpful and may not. So I want to pull some cards down. I want to first ask the cards, what was her energy the days from about September 28th until her car was found? What was her energy? What was going on in her mind? She was going to fly, then she was going to drive to the wedding, which is pretty ridiculous, actually, if you ask me. That's a long drive. All the way across the United States by yourself. She was 32. Her parents really didn't have much say in what she did, what she didn't do.
just want to see her energy to start with. What was her energy like those days? She wanted to fly, she wanted to drive, she wanted to camp. She told the officer she was going to camp in the forest. He told her she had to go to the truck stop. Apparently she never showed up at the truck stop. All right, hopefully you can see these. These are large cards. I actually haven't used these very much before, so we'll see what kind of energy we get. I want to know the energy, what was going through her mind from around the 28th until her car was found. All right, we've got, in this deck, Ascension is Judgment. Ten of Pentacles. Now I'm reading these upright too, so we may need a few more cards. The Ten of Pentacles is the rainbow, the end of the happy family, the money. It doesn't always mean a perfect family, but it can mean like what you want, what you're hoping for. Now she also had broken up with a boyfriend. Six of Swords. This is a very sad card. I get really sad feelings about her, wishing things were different. Wanting to move away from a bad situation. What I'm getting is she was everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Her mind was here, there, and everywhere. Her feelings were all over the place. She wanted to fly. She wanted to drive. She wanted to see her friend, then she didn't want to see her friend. We have the Mystical. This is the Major Arcana card. This is the Magician. This is trying to make things be what they aren't. She was mentally here, there, and everywhere. I don't want to say she was... I get that she also was not thinking straight. I'm getting, she wanted things to be different. She wanted this. She wanted the happy home. She was judgment. She was judging what had happened, judging her life, judging her future. She was mentally and under a lot of stress. We're getting... Oh, I read this card wrong. This is the Magician, the Conjurer. Same thing. She was trying to make things happen that weren't happening. The Mystagogue, that's the High Priestess. All right. Sorry. Oh my God. All right. Not the High Priestess. This is the Hierophant. Now she was very much into, I want to say, searching for the truth. She was under the influence of something, too. I'm getting very strongly that, and I'm not a psychiatrist, but something was mentally going on with her. She was trying to make things work. She was trying to be the magician. She was trying to make things better, make things good, make things right. She wasn't really concentrating on she didn't know what she really wanted. She wasn't concentrating on one thing. I get someone whose mind is really, really in turmoil. Then there was a Star. She had hope. She hoped things would be better. But that was just a fleeting situation. She wanted things to be perfect. She had Roxy. She loved Roxy. She wanted to be the star. She wanted somebody to really care about her, and she wanted recognition. She wasn't getting that in her life. Seven of Cups. Delusions. She was under the influence of something illegal or not legal, not illegal or legal. Whatever it was clouding her mind big time. I don't know what this was. And this is alleged. This reading is just for entertainment. I don't know anything about Chelsea. I've never met her. I don't know her mental state. She has not been found yet. And they may be able to find her, maybe do an autopsy. There was something going on with her. She was under the influence of, I almost get more than one thing. this is not good. This is causing her to be not thinking clearly. One minute she was a star, she was a positive person. The next minute she wanted things to be different. She was judging herself, judging her ex-boyfriend. Her ex-boyfriend was not involved in her disappearance. I don't get that at all. And then we have the Three of Swords, heartbreak. She was going through major turmoil, heartbreak. This, whatever happened with her boyfriend, hurt her very badly. She was disillusioned. I don't know if he had someone on the side. It could have been a case of being unfaithful. Well, her heart's on fire. She's on fire. Her brain is on fire. And she's doing something, whatever this substance is, and this is all alleged, this is all for entertainment purposes, my readings of the cards, this was not helping. She was doing something that was altering her judgment, and big time. She had her little dragon, bearded dragon Roxy. All right, so her energy, what I'm getting is way confused, turmoil. Her brain was on fire. Her heart was on fire. All right, let's do a little bit more. Now I want to know what happened. Well, we know she was in a bad state. I want to know why she didn't call someone. Why didn't she just call for help when her car was stranded? Why didn't she use she did have her cell phone with her, her purse, credit cards, and her little Roxy, little bearded dragon Roxy. She loved Roxy, apparently. She also projected a lot on Roxy that helped her with the heartbreak, but whatever she was consuming, and I say that because I don't know, but whatever it was clouding her judgment. It was not helping. She was, I don't want to say scatterbrained, because it wasn't. It was because of whatever she was taking, she was partaking in. But it was also the pain. I almost want to say she was going through a breakdown of some kind, a mental breakdown. Why didn't she use her phone? Okay, what's the next step? Her car has flat tires. She took her sleeping bag. She took Roxy. What happened right after she left the car? Obviously, she left the car, she locked it up, her camera was inside. She didn't use her cell phone. Okay, what was going on? Why didn't she call someone for help? She walked off. Where was she going? What's she going? Four of Swords. She just wanted to get away from everything. She wasn't thinking straight. She didn't want to go to the wedding. It was too painful. And here we have the Three of Swords again. That wedding would have broke her heart. To go to a happy wedding when her relationship was broken down. She just wanted to take a rest. She wanted to get away. So she took her sleeping bag. She took Roxy. I don't know what else she had. I don't know if she had food or what. All right. This is one of the bonus cards, the Earth. This is a really interesting card. She walked off into the forest. We're going to hold that out. What happened to her? She walked off. Also, what I'm getting from this card is that her phone, either it was not charged, which she could have used in the car, because I think her car was still running. She was out of range. I'm getting way out. She was way out of range, and I don't know how. She wasn't that far from civilization, but she was out of range. That's why she didn't use the cell phone. Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is a 3. This is meeting someone, working with someone. Excuse me for being so congested, but I wanted to do a reading about Chelsea. It's so sad what happened. Three of Pentacles. This is working with someone. She met someone. Now let's wait. And there was 3 people. I see the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is about earthly things. It's about health. The Queen of Pentacles is a very positive, down-to-earth person, loves animals. I think this was how she saw herself. I don't think she met a woman. I'm not sure yet. I think that's her. All right. The 8 of Wands. Something happened. She met some people. I get a 3. I see 3 people. There's a man and a woman, but I think there's, I'm not sure it was a man and a woman or 2 men. She came upon them suddenly. She had walked quite a ways. She didn't know where she was going. I almost get she was totally out of it, that she'd had a, and I'm going to say something that's not really in my wheelhouse. I'm not a psychiatrist, but she had like a mental breakdown. She was having a mental breakdown. That's what I'm getting. Now these people, she came upon them suddenly, or they came upon her. Whoa. And one of them was the devil. I get 2 other people. I'm not sure if it's a man and a woman. We have to have clarification on that. She came upon an evil persons. I'm getting 2 people. Her phone was out of the area or not charged. She was mentally here, there, and everywhere. Her brain was just on fire. She was still in intense pain. Here's another 3. It's this 3 of Swords again. Pain, pain, pain. Her brain on fire. Here's the King of Wands. Here's an older man. There was an older man. She came upon an older man. King of Wands. This is someone, can be sexual. This can be someone powerful. It was an older man. I'm reading these upright. I don't know if this is her, Queen of Pentacles, or whoever she came upon. Look at this picture. These are amazing cards. I got these because of their illustrations. But this was an evil person. Look at the King of Wands is usually not evil. He has no feelings, positive, loving, kind feelings for people. It's very cruel. It can be very cruel. His brain's on fire. She met an older man, and she was 32, I believe. There were 2 people. She met 2 people. An older man was one of them. This man had no feelings. This man was cruel. We have the devil and we have the King of Wands. Excuse me. All right. Who else was there? We have the devil, the older man. She was really, really mentally out of this. She had little Roxy with her. I don't know if she kept her on her shoulder, or on a leash, or what. I don't know that much about Roxy. Who else was there? Who else was there? Who else was with the devil? That card came out, but I'm going to shuffle it back. She met the devil. And the sad thing is, I get the feeling she didn't even know he was the devil. King of Wands and the King of Swords. There was a younger man, too. The King of Wands and the King of Swords. The King of Wands in particular is cruel. There's a knife. Here's an older man, a younger man. These 2. She met these 2. There is a woman, but I think that is Chelsea. She came upon 2 really cruel men. Look at these pictures. King of Swords. This person, no feelings. This person, feelings, but not for her. This is sexual. I think they essayed her. They set upon her. She was set upon. That's what I'm getting. She didn't even realize it when she came upon these people. She thought they were going to help her. Hi, I'm Chelsea. How sad. And this is Roxy. And my phone's not working. My car has flat tire. That's what I'm feeling. These two people also. Why were they there in the forest? I don't think they were in a house. I don't see a house anywhere. These people were under the radar. There's a river there and a river there. That's interesting. These people were off the grid, I want to say. Off the grid, hiding but not hiding. Hiding but not that worried. I don't know why I get that. These are the two people that were there. This is her. The Three of Pentacles was just three people, I think. There could have been a woman there too. I don't know yet on the women. They set upon her. She didn't expect it. She was naive. She was under the influence. She was thinking, oh, here's some people that will help me. Also, this Earth card is about animals. Roxy. These people, these two men, besides being cruel and domineering, they set upon her. I also feel like they did something to Roxy. I'm having trouble saying this because I'm getting this picture in my mind. I don't know if I can even express this to you. It's pretty bad. She was hysterical at that point. I think she finally realized she was being assaulted and that these were not good people. A little bit more. I want to say they're not a cult, but a group. Mystical, that's the Hierophant again. And the Tentacles coming up again. This group, I think there might have been more than two. I get a woman, though that could be Chelsea. I think I want to shuffle these just a little bit better because I'm getting the same cards. And sometimes when I get the same cards, it's telling me, pay attention here. Tell me what happened to Chelsea when she came upon these people. I have this really bad image in my mind. I'm not sure I can say this, tell you what I'm seeing. The assault was bad enough. And it started for a very bad reason. Okay, let's see what else we get here. That Earth card bothers me. Five of Swords. Being taken advantage of, the Knight of Pentacles. There's the Magician again. Under the influence. These same cards keep coming up. They're telling me pretty much the same story. The Five of Swords is being taken advantage of. She didn't expect this. She was naive, but she was also under the influence. Her mind was not working right. I don't know if she had a psychic break. I'm going to call it that. But there was something going on with whatever she was partaking of. Also, terrible, terrible depression, heartbreak. She wasn't thinking straight. The Knight of Pentacles. This is an Indian on a motorcycle. That's interesting. An Indian on an Indian. Indian motorcycles. I get that these people, and not that they're Indians, but I almost feel like they didn't speak English. I have to be careful here because I don't get all kinds of negative stuff. I don't think there was any reservations around there. They weren't Native Americans, but they were not native. This is telling me native to the United States. I'm getting they weren't native to the United States. These people were from some other place. They were under the radar, hiding out in a way because they were criminally here. The vision that I have about Roxy with this Earth card is bad. They were cruel people. I don't even know if I should say this. I don't want to put this in your mind. They hurt Roxy. Here's a little alligator. They grabbed her. They made fun of her. I'm just going to say it. She might have bitten one of them. They became angry. They didn't speak English. They killed her. They tortured little Roxy and killed her. I hate to say that. That's a horrible thing to say. But it's right in my mind. I keep seeing it. I see these people laughing. They were laughing. And they set upon Chelsea. And they weren't afraid. They knew she couldn't do anything to defend herself. She was hysterical at that point. Her beloved Roxy had been, I can't say this, her beloved Roxy had been just brutalized by these soulless devils. These people are devils. They have no soul. They assaulted her. Roxy was gone. And she was hysterical. She fought them. She fought back. And they did away with her. I don't know how they did away with her. The King of Swords. She was screaming. She was crying. Oh, this is so vivid. Oh, Roxy. This makes me so sad. This is really getting to me, this reading. All right, I want to step back a little bit. Okay. Now this was, I see a river, 2 rivers here. It was by water. There's Roxy by the water. That's Roxy, little Roxy, going on. She even might have tried to defend her beloved Chelsea. I'm gonna cry. Sorry, this reading is really getting me. All right, they did away with both of them. They weren't afraid, they were laughing. They were under the radar. I don't know what happened to her phone. Her phone either was out of range. I think they might have disabled her phone. I see them squashing it, kicking it. And they buried her. Her and Roxy, and the phone. Her purse, I don't know if she even had any money, or not much. They took the money. They were afraid of the credit cards. I'm getting they were afraid of the credit cards. They were smart enough to know, or dumb enough to think that they couldn't figure out how to use the credit cards. Where did this happen? It happened near a river. Get a river on both of those. They buried her. They buried both of them. Oh, so emotional. And they laughed. They were laughing. They thought it was funny. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, she was trying to take photos and do things like that. Wheel of Fortune. Moving away. Water. Okay, here we go. She is by water. There must be a lake or something around, a lake or a river. They were camped near it because of the water, but I don't know that it was a permanent encampment. I don't know if there was a woman or women also. I'm not sure about that. These two demons were horrible people. She's by water. They buried her by water. And it was a beautiful place. Moving away from a bad situation. They might have moved on after they buried her. They might not be in that area anymore. But if the police search, it's a ways. Where they buried her is farther than where they were encamped and where her car was. It was miles. I don't think Chelsea walked that far, maybe several miles. She might have even camped out one night and then walked further. She was miles, several miles away from her car. And they might have moved her body, her and Roxy. But anyway, this is where she is. They're by water. It's a beautiful place, too. There's a skull, there's shells. It might be a beach. There's a shell, a big shell. I don't know what's in that area. I haven't looked at a map. It's Arizona, so part of Arizona. It might even be like a waterway. All right. Any more clues to where she is? She's miles from her car, but not that far. She did walk a ways. I almost think she might have spent one night in the forest with her sleeping bag. She had food, I guess. What they did to her and to Roxy is unforgivable. These people are monsters. Evil, evil monsters. They need to be found. There is an encampment somewhere where they had been staying, but I think they've moved on. They've moved on. I see water too. That's interesting. More water. Do they have a boat? They might have a boat of some kind. I don't know the area. I try not to get basic information. I just get the times and dates, because if I look at stuff, it influences. I don't want to influence my readings. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and there's more water. She put herself into harm's way by not thinking straight, but I truly believe she was just clinically depressed under the influence. Where could she be? I don't know. I just don't know that area. Are there any landmarks? Anything that could give us a clue? Water. I almost think a beach. I see a shell. A big nautilus shell. Nautilus shell. All right. This is number 8. This is actually judgment. So the police are looking. Excuse me for being so stopped up. Law enforcement's looking. If they look far enough, they'll see the encampment. But that doesn't mean they'll find her. 4 of Pentacles, greed. They might have kept something of hers. They might have kept something. This is holding on to money. They kept her money. I don't know that she had that much money. They might have kept the credit cards, but I feel like they didn't know how to use the credit cards or didn't think it was safe. They kept something of hers. They buried the rest. Then the Page of Wands. This is new beginnings. All I see is a beach, water, an encampment. If they look for an encampment, say several miles, I want to say north of where her car was, possibly northwest. If they go far enough, they'll see where these people were camping. And her body is in around that area, and it's buried. I want to say a beach because of this, near water, not in water. They didn't put her in water. They dug something and put her and Roxy in there. They kept something of hers. Will they be caught? Got temperance on the bottom. That's balance. Temperance is about balancing good and bad. The police are looking. They're going to try. If they get the sniffer dogs in the right place, they will find where she is. The Knight of Swords. This is someone police really want to find. They really want to find out what happened. They need to go farther north, up the river. That's where she is. That's where they were camped. Police are trying. All right, I think two more cards. Will her body be found? Will Chelsea be found? Ace of Swords. This is a yes. Look at that, the sword coming out of the water. Now, I don't believe she's in the water, but I think they will find her eventually. Will they find the people that did this to her? Two of Cups. I don't think so, because I think these people are under the radar. I want to say they're not even... I got the native. I got an Indian riding an Indian motorcycle. Natives. They're not natives to this country. And I hope I didn't get bad feedback for that. But that's what I'm seeing. Or else they were on the run. They were definitely on the run from something. Two of Cups. There's choices to be made here. They're not sure what they're going to do. I don't see that they will be caught, but I believe Roxy and Chelsea will be found. I think they'll be together. They're together now. This is so sad. If you have any information, you need to call. There is a number online. I'm not going to say it out loud on YouTube, but the police have posted the number. If you know anything about who was camping in that area, maybe, I don't know, 10, 20 miles. It was a ways. North of where her car was found. Call and give information. They need to pinpoint where they are. Anyway, I'm going to close the circle. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Give me ideas for some more readings. I'm starting up the readings again, hopefully, unless something else happens. And like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time. Bye.